Hey everyone, I'm sorry that happened. Anyone watching the replay, we lost connection with the camera and it shuts the shit down if that happens. So I apologize to everyone watching in here. We are back. So apologize for that, everyone. There you are. A couple people stopping in. But it's the magic of the YouTube, right? So it's all good. And I'm trying to figure out let's see. Yes, we are live. Sorry about that, everyone. We had a problem with the I wonder if we switched to Rumble. I've thought about it, guys, but most of the audience for the train stuff, I thought about diversifying the channel, going to Rumble as well. Would not abandon YouTube, but no, I thought about it. We'll see. Yeah, guys, sorry about that. The camera disconnected, and yeah, I lost everything. That's just how it is sometimes. And I also had to refill the smoke of the Train Master. Should be good. Good now. Here we go. There it is. Now we all have to hit the like button again. Oh, no. Here, I was going to put the little 040 on there as well. I am planning on running different things on Monday night. A couple of just different items I haven't ran in a while. Let's grab the 040. Dinner time, not yet. Yeah, we're back. My fault. All right. The Halloween area, I'll probably show you guys on Monday. Oops, go this way. Lots of good smokers out here tonight. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, I have seen those. They're pretty cool. Lots of like different designs and such. A lot of crazy stuff. Pretty cool though. Give me 1 second here. All right, give me 1 second here. Trying to get the Alco hooked up. No Conrail. Not tonight. No, we have a Penn Central. We're live and it's not Monday. No, it's Saturday. For a couple more minutes, we actually have a part one to live stream. I tripped on the camera wire and it like tore it out of the computer. It ended the stream. I was to say no Conrail. Look up top above the TV. There's always Conrail up here. Randall, hopefully you're having a great night. Hey, Peter, how's it going? Oh, working on a break. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, wow. Wilson Conroe. Oh, that's really cool. Well, technically, this Penn Central is an ex-Pensy. It's an Alco RS-27, I believe. Oh, sweet. This tour. Hey, Radar, how's it going? Hey, guys, unfortunately, we're going to cut the stream at 9:30. It's going to be dinner time for me, but it's been such a great time hanging out with you guys in the live stream. Oh, God. Nothing but trouble. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having a great night so far. It's been a beautiful evening. Lots of clear skies and cooler temperatures. I love it. And up here in the summertime, it gets super hot. So this is just fantastic up here. There we go. Besides the tornado, it's been a grand evening. Oh, man. Get back to bed anyway. Had a long day today between work and club display. Saw you were live. Figured, oh, man, thank you so much. Yeah, get some sleep. Shut her down. Man, that whirling sounds is nuts. She's an Alco. Alcos are whirly, I guess. Pretty crazy stuff, right? So yeah, we've got some cool stuff coming out this week. Before we sign off here, I got some cool videos planned. I've got the caboose tutorial. I want to show you guys how to wire it up at least. Some of you guys may not be interested in painting a caboose, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. At least talk to you guys about it and all that fun stuff. Then wiring. So a lot of you guys have been asking about wiring things. There's the hair. Wiring's a whole different beast. It's a whole different world. I love wiring stuff up. It's pretty easy. Your center rail's the hot rail. Your outer two are your ground. We don't really call it like positive and negative in the AC world until you get into DC. It's very important to know where your things are going. But with AC, I usually just say center is your hot, your outer two are ground. On a caboose, you have the center roller. That's your pickup roller. And then your outer two tracks are your ground. So it's been pretty long. It's been a long time since I rewired a caboose. But it's going to be really cool. This caboose has like light pipes in it, so you can shove LEDs or grain of wheat, as we call them, little tiny bulbs, shove them in there to get those lanterns working. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, God. Been on buying cake lately for scale Lehigh Valley freight cars. Definitely have. Oh, geez. That dark side. Yeah, I know I got my Lackawanna boxcar with the U-boat, the same guy who's selling that. And then, there was another guy selling, one of the train shows or whatever I picked up. Oh, no, it was at On Horse Trains. Picked up my Delaware DL&W Phoebe. I love that car. It's just really cool. I love the graphics on it. Here, it's right there. Yeah, well, I got to do some movie magic here. Right there. Phoebe Snow. I feel your pain. We've done that with the state of Maryland or state of Maine. Oh God, state of Maine, not state of Maryland. Ugh, state of Maine. Those cars are beautiful. I do not have a state of Maine boxcar. I'm looking for one. I would like a full scale one, maybe like a Weaver or something. I got to get one. It was funny at the train show. A lot of my friends are harping on me. They're like, "You don't have a state of Maine boxcar?" I was like, "No, I don't." But they are beautiful. Beautiful cars. Still don't see an MPA car. I'm looking for one under like $100 that actually it make me feel better that I bought one. There's a local shop. He's got one. Same store I said last time. He's got a Williams one, but it's like $54 and it's semi-scale. I'm not paying $54 for like an 031 car, not even 027. It's a little bit larger. It's smaller than a Rail King. The best way I could explain it, it's smaller than Rail King, but larger than like an 027 traditional car. I'm like, I'm not having. I want a full scale. If I'm buying a Mappa car, I want a full scale Mappa car. I can't find any Mappa engines. I know who made them. Lionel didn't really do a lot other than the sound box car. I've seen that online for like $180 on eBay. Yeah, it is a die-cast car too from Williams. I don't want it. It's too heavy. I've got die-cast B&O hoppers. Yeah, I've got 3 of them. They're super heavy. I don't know why I bought them. Like it's kind of dumb, but they are pretty, and the bays drop out on them. They have sprung, so you could technically load them up with stuff and dump them out if you really wanted to. But I would never run them in my cold drag because I could run, 20 of these hopper cars, plastic, nothing in them, super light. I could run maybe 10 of these for the weight of one of those K-Line die-cast cars. It's nuts. But they do roll very nice. It's just the weight. I ran them in the cold drag. You have to put them right up to the engine so you don't get like a string line effect. Because for example, if I have the B&O hoppers over here and my engine's over here on this side of the layout, it's just going to string line, meaning it's going to want to pull. It's basic physics right there. It's going to want to pull across the layout because the force is at hand. A lot of derails are caused by the string line effect. There's many videos out there on it. I encourage you guys to look up what a string line effect is if you don't know what it is. One guy actually did a great example. He set up Fast Track on the floor of his kitchen or living room, and he explained what a string line derail is. He used very heavy full scale auto loaders or auto carriers or whatever, and he hooked them up, and then he hooked up like a very light car in the front, and the auto loaders kept on derailing because they want to pull across. 10 max, 10. My goodness. Yeah, I only have 3. They're beautiful. They're beautiful cars. I'll admit it. And they're also like 4-bays. Yeah, 4-bay hoppers. So they're really cool. But for the weight of a Weaver car, I'll take the Weavers over the die-cast cars. Plus, I don't really feel bad painting Weaver cars or filling them up with coal. The die-cast ones they're beautiful works of art. It's just, nah, I can't do it. But they do roll very nice. I will give them that. And I got those for like $20 a piece. Yeah. So it's all good. Where lines in North Carolina? How's it going? We are doing well. This is part 2 of the live stream because I messed up, but hopefully you guys are doing well down there. 2-bay hoppers. Yeah, the B&Os that I have, I think they're 4-bay. They're really cool. It's like 4 groups of 2, and you pull down the little chutes. So we got a conditional offer with Amtrak. Waiting to hear back on paperwork. All my paperwork's in. All of my contract stuff is in. The physical's done. The drug test is done. The background check's done. So it should be this week. It should be able to start soon with the pre-employment stuff. But all the paperwork's in. So hopefully soon we'll see what happens. No, it'd be track work. So it's all good. Red tape. No, it's typical stuff. It's all good. I mean, honestly, I'm glad they're doing drug tests because, like I said, I don't want to work around guys that are impaired, around equipment, Oh, I know, but I've had my CSX application in since June 3rd. I have 2 applications still in with them. One's from June 3rd of this year for conductor in Baltimore. The other is for a Carmen. I applied to that in August. Still nothing. Nothing at all. And I know you guys told me call them. I called them every week, and all they say is, well, we'll put a note in for it, or we'll talk to someone, or they'll say, well, it's under pending, so someone's looking at it. So it's kind of funny how that works. Yeah, don't give up. CSX is a little slow. Norfolk Southern will take anyone. Norfolk Southern won't take anyone. Your BMI has to be under 40, and you also only get an hour and a half to show up. What I'm hearing, I recommend applying to Amtrak. In all honesty, I can't back up the freight railroads. I really can't. What's up again? How was the Italian dinner? No, we're coming back because the stream shut down because of just technical difficulty. My fault. I tripped over the camera wire and it shut down the computer. So, or not the computer, but the stream. Yeah, I would look into Amtrak if you can. If you have access to Amtrak, if you're near an Amtrak location, I highly recommend looking into Amtrak because they are the people I met that interviewed me at Amtrak, the people I've been talking to that work at Amtrak. They're just so much happier, and so I don't know how to they're content with their work. It just seemed like a much better working environment. And a lot of the guys, I'm telling you right now, a lot of the guys came from NS because where I would be dispatching out of for track is really close to a lot of NS stuff. So I would highly recommend, if you can, look into Amtrak. And I know they don't get paid as much. Put in for Amtrak engineer, of course, no experience though. I'd recommend looking into track or conductor. And they're good guys. There's so much. I'm telling you right now, with the track stuff that these guys have been telling me, you can do very well. You can learn a lot of new tasks and a lot of new pieces of equipment. There's lots of opportunity to make extra money with overtime and such. Conductor, I knew a guy that was in for conductor. It's totally different. You have transportation, engineering. You know what I mean? It's all good. Rebuilds the locomotives for the park. That's awesome. Well, then I got my video up. Please, everyone, do not. Don't worry about it, John. It's all good. I'll definitely check it out. It sounds like fun. I love Halloween stuff. But yeah, I had 3 friends. I'll tell you this. I had 3 friends that all got sent home from NS. One of them, it was sort of an interesting situation, but one of my buddies was down there for the physical. They sent him home without a job because of the BMI stuff. With me, I was ready to go. I had a start date. They retracted my start date. I was ready to quit my current job and start with NS. All that got shut down. So I'm just telling you, watch out for NS. They don't really care. I'm telling you right now, just be careful. I would start in December. So a month from now. Pretty crazy stuff, but I'm so ready. CSX still needing people left and right. I was told there is a nonstop hiring. Well, for Baltimore, my yard would have been Baltimore yard. I called them every day. They said that they were in a hiring freeze. I don't know why, other than the economy slowing up a little bit. Because when I applied, there's a conductor bonus, which they really don't do a lot of, but there is a hiring freeze for conductors for that particular yard. But they just posted for Brunswick, which is out in Western Maryland. They posted another one for DC, and then they just posted a trackman job. The carman job's no longer there. The conductor job's no longer there. I'm still locked in for those, but I'm ready to start with Amtrak. I'm really excited for that. Yes, they are. I heard about that. And Jub, I heard that the Atlanta yard. I forgot the fancy name that the Atlanta yard has, but there's plans to put an intermodal yard there for Amazon at one point. Because the Atlanta yard, I think that's an old Seaboard yard, right? And the training facility. This is so crazy, guys. So when I was applying to CSX, I was looking up where all the locations were, Google Maps, all that. Edward Berg, that's great. I like that. Okay, so, jeez. There are lots of names we made up for NS when I was talking to Amtrak friends. So, but no, so the Atlanta yard, there were plans a while back for someone to purchase that and create an intermodal yard, because next door, right next to that, is a Norfolk Southern yard. And the crazy thing is with the Atlanta they call it the Atlanta Terminal. There's another fancy name for it. If any of you guys want to look it up, you can. That was home to the training facility, which is still there, the maintenance away training facility, and then also the track maintenance. Lineman guys too, signal, all that stuff is thrown in Atlanta. So right next to the training facility is an abandoned lot. It used to be the huge yard. To the left of that, so the Atlanta yard, the best way I can explain it, it's going to look kind of weird. It kind of follows a sliver, and it's a huge, probably a hump yard at one point too. To the immediate right away is a Norfolk Southern yard. So it's nuts. And that's all that stuff. Old Seaboard yard. That's what I thought. Wasn't sure if it was, central of Georgia, like CNG or Seaboard, or if the other yard Norfolk Southern has as a CNG or it was just a Southern yard. But I think that's kind of fun. Tilford. Okay, yes, the Tilford yard. That's it. I lost it. I went on Google Maps. I dropped a little yellow man. excuse me, and started walking that road. There's an abandoned caboose in the woods. It's like donated for safety. You know what I mean? Seabird, by the way, of ACC. There you go. Yeah, Tilford Yard. But yeah, Brightline Construction is moving. Yep. Oh yeah. 110. Jeez. Thank you so much, Rail Lines. Yeah, like I said, if you have Amtrak nearby, look into them for sure. Their track maintenance guys pay better than CSX. I'll tell you that for track. But conductors is where you're going to make a lot of money fast. But you got to look at the way of life as well. It's that's the other thing I'm looking into. I'm getting a little bit older, and I would love to be a conductor, but I think at this point I really would love to just start a career in the railroad world and learn things. I'm going to have to learn no matter what. Conductor, there's a lot of things I don't know. I don't know the rules. I don't know how to build a train and all that stuff. And track, I'm going to have to learn that as well. So everything's in life is a learning process, but I'm just excited to start a career in that field. But yeah, thank you so much. But to see, I'll probably find out this week. We'll find out. Running everywhere. I haven't seen the dashes in a while. We get the big old nasty ES 44 AHs, and I've seen a lot of SD 40s. Or God, what was it? We had an SD 40 roll by the office the other day. It was an ex Conrail. I think it was an SD 45. It was ex Conrail painted in like the gray CSX. And then my buddy Train Seekers caught one. It was wasn't a GP 38-2. It was I think it was an SD. Might have been an SD 40, but it was an ex Pennsylvania Railroad. That was nuts. Tier 4 engines leading, yeah. Like, it's so hard for me to identify this newer stuff, Yes, Jub, I understand that entirely, and I'm a rule follower. I don't break rules. I'm there to keep safe so I can go home in one piece unharmed, and, other people go home, and that's the point. I understand that. There's also the 90-day probationary period of don't mess up or you're going home and you're going to stay home. Which I understand too. They have to filter out people. I get it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just know I don't screw around on the job either. I know a lot of construction crews I've worked with in the past. Some guys mess around, and it's not a place for that. There's another thing I like, no BS. That's the best way to put it. They have changed a lot in the hiring process in CSX lately. They actually, yes. Well, all the railroads changed a lot. I know they used to do the whole, you show up at a hotel, you get your information packet, they play like a video. Are you sure you want to do this? Then they interview you, and then they vet those people out. And then you come back in and they don't do that anymore. Like the hiring sessions, I don't think they've done that. But Amtrak, I will tell you this, Amtrak did an in-person interview, and we went basically in two groups. They divided everyone. So everyone showed up at the same time. It was like, be there or be square. If you're not there, too bad. They did roll call. They split the group in half, and they split the other group. So I was in the second group that went down to interview. And I'm glad they're doing in-person interviews, but it was very, very awesome. Oh, no. They don't do the pre-recorded. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did that. I did that for NS. Did the screening questions, and it was very scary because I screwed up and I said some words. I'm like, oh, God, I'm not ready. And I actually used take 2 on all of my questions. So I thought they were going to be like, this dude can't, You get 2 turns or 2 times to do it, the pre-recorded thing, and it was all right. It went all right. I guess. I mean, I got the job, but they just didn't take because of BMI, which is a bunch of crap. But I don't want to work for them anyways. I don't want to work for NS. Plus, I will say this too. Anyone, if you're not in transportation with NS, they're track guys, they're electricians, they're diesel mechanics. The starting wage is really low, at least for the Pennsylvania yards. Like Enola yards, you'll see like beginner electrician, or you'll see diesel mechanic. The wages are garbage. Like I think the diesel mechanic up in Enola, you can look it up. It's all public knowledge, but you can look up some of these jobs, and it'll say like you're making 90% of a journeyman, and your starting wage is like 17 something an hour. I'm like, dude, that's really crappy for the work you're going to be doing. You're going to be climbing in diesels. I mean, I'd love to do that work, but like salvaging, you need to. And the thing is, they want you to be like a skilled mechanic going into it. You know, they took me, but I turned down the group conference interview. I regret it. Group conference. That's very interesting. Was that in person or through internet, like through like a Zoom call? Brightline construction is really moving along. Atherman HO Herzog gondolas. Whoa. Not sure if they're an O gauge Herzogs. You know, it's crazy, John. There's a Herzog train I caught. They have like these weird. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. They're solar panels. What are those for? Each car, each gondola, or no, each hopper had a solar panel on each one. And I don't know what that was for. I don't know if that's for like the conveyor system or whatever. But the Herzogs, each one had a solar panel. And I saw those go by the office. O gauge or no gauge. Oh, be nice. Be nice. HO's cool. I just don't have it. The 101 interview Zoom. Okay. That's what I had. They were very nice. They were guys from Harrisburg. Harrisburg Terminal Division. I think it's just Harrisburg Division. And they were really nice to me. And it was really, really heartbreaking when they sent me the medical stuff. I was like, this is a bunch of crap, you know. And I emailed the guy that was the HR agent. I emailed him multiple times saying, look, I can do this job. Trust me. Send me to training, please. I need a job. No reply at all. It was just like, well, sorry. It's like, that really was very upsetting. But they just don't care. They want people to fill the spots, and then they don't really care. It's like, oh God, this guy didn't make it. Oh well, we'll go on to the next guy. Like I said, they sent one of my friends home. He went down there, did the physical. They sent him home without a job. I cannot get over that. And like I said, I was about to quit my job. I was walking down to HR downstairs to put in my 2 weeks. And she's like, oh, well, okay, this is what you have to do. We'll plan it out accordingly. And then I got the email saying, we're not going to take you. It's like, I just went down to my HR office. Like this, it was serious. Like it put so much stress on me. That's why I kind of shut down last year. And it was a bunch of crap. Right now I do OSHO, all fun. Yes. O and S is cool. I have no experience with S. HO, I think I would get into HO if I had more space. And I know that doesn't sound right. You need a lot of space to make HO look right. To make it look like a modeling layout and all that stuff, you know? Let me spend money on 3 different sizes of train. There you go. How many guys you know hired at CSX or they like it? I don't know anyone that works at CSX. Actually, I knew one guy that retired. He actually gave me a lot of great advice to interview with a railroad. He's actually a director for signal construction, and my neighbor growing up. I moved out. Oh, no, sorry. I moved out at my parents' place 2 years ago. He moved out when I was still living at my parents' house. We lost contact entirely. But he gave me a lot of great pointers. He said I could use his name for a reference. And when I called CSX to add him as a reference, they said they would put it in my personnel file, and it didn't go anywhere. So it was like, I actually gave them his name, and I said, look, he's a director or ex-director. And I said he retired on good terms. He has rare retirement. He worked for you guys for 30 years plus, and I think 29 years with CSX. He retired respectfully, and they were just like, Hey, William, thank you so much. We shall see what happens. I'm terrified, but we'll have to see. How did you get, oh God, CSX by phone? Oh man. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is look up the phone tree. This is a nightmare. I'm telling you, you're going to be on hold for like 20 minutes. Okay. So here, let's see. Here we go. Shoot, I'll call them right now if you guys want. I'll call CSX right now. You guys can hear the ridiculous phone tree to actually talk to someone. But this time at night, they might think it's a rare emergency. So you want to call, just Google CSX phone. Go to contact us. Do it. All right, we will not report the first thing you're going to get is this. Do not hit report a railroad emergency. Do not do that. Okay, there's two numbers you're going to want to do. There's one number, it says corporate headquarters. The other one is CSX Transportation Water Street. So I believe you want to call the corporate headquarters. And the numbers differ by like one digit. So it's 904-359-3200. That's for the corporate, which just takes you out to a phone tree. So we'll hit that real quick. Yeah, we'll give them a call. What the heck? This is what you guys get on Nick's Crossing.
Corporation. Our business hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please choose from the following.
I've heard this so many times.
Report a CSX rail emergency.
Don't do that.
1.
Do not press 1.
Shareholder services, press 2.
We don't want that.
If you're a member of the media, press 4.
I could press 4.
For CSX employee-related information, press 5. For the CSX automated response system, press 6.
All right.
For the CSX ethics helpline, press 7.
We're going to press 5.
Repeat these options.
The phone tree is a nightmare. I'm telling you guys.
If you're seeking employment with CSX, press 2. If you've recently submitted an application,
this is what I dealt with.
Press 1. For other questions, press 2. To repeat this information,
you get 2 options, and that's it.
To return to the previous menu, press 0.
You press 2.
For information on employment, please visit our website at www.csx.com.
It's the runaround you're going to get with these guys.
To repeat this information, press 9. To return to the previous
and that's
menu,
what you get.
Press 0.
So what you do is you keep on pushing numbers until one of them works. Because basically, you guys just heard, right? I hit 3 prompts. Takes me one place, takes me another. You hit the one, and it says to repeat this, to return to the previous menu. It's basically they don't want to hear it. So what you have to do, you have to play with the phone tree. You want to get in touch with the Employee Service Center. They're closed right now, so their number's not going to work. But I will tell you this. If you are calling CSX to talk to them about employment, you need to call them between the hours of 9 to 12. The Employee Service Center closes down for exactly 1 hour from 12 to 1 for lunch. So do not call them between that time because you will go through the whole phone tree. I should do a video on this. You will go through the whole. Do not write your phone number in here. Do not write your phone number in my chat. Do not write that in the chat. I'm not calling anyone in the chat. Do not report. Oh, God. Do not write your phone number in the chat, please. That is very dangerous. So anyways, so the phone tree is basically the way it works is that you call in the corporate number, and then you put down you type in the prompts that you need. So the phone tree will get to a certain point, and then what it will do is that it'll keep on going out and taking you back. So when you contact them, go to the employee service center. The best way to do it too, it's not going to work now because they're closed. But when you call them, ask for, dial the number, play with the numbers until you get to the human resources. It's another option. When the human resources come out, when you talk to them at human resources, say, I need to contact the employee service center. They will transfer you to the employee service center or tell you this. You need to hit this number and then this number to get to that phone tree, and then you're set. You'll most likely I've talked to the same two people for the last year, almost 11 months. So there's a man and a woman that work there. They're like younger. One of them, she actually said she would email my recruiter, and then she asked me who my recruiter was, and I said, there is no recruiter. So, so then the other gentleman actually gave me the recruiter's email. I don't remember her name. I could barely hear him on the phone, and I asked him if he could email me directly her contact, and he said he would not. So it's very secret. But it's very, very secret stuff. It's all good, Jack. I'm just looking out for you, man. I don't want, it's all good. Railroad strike could happen in November. Thought that was, oh God. The strike is most likely going to affect just freight railroads. We'll see. We shall see what happens. But I think the Keystone service I'd be working on it's highly funded by PennDOT, so Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. That is like a commuter route, so I don't think that will be affected as much. But I wouldn't even be union yet. That's another plus. I wouldn't be union for 90 days. So they could technically still work us as non-union. So that's a plus. I think it's another reason why they're doing like a mass hiring for maintenance away guys, because if the strike happens and the Brotherhood of Maintenance Away, I believe that's what it's called, I guess I could still work because I'm not part of the union yet. Yeah, I know phone numbers used to be really easy back in the day. Very different. Oh, man. The operator. Oh, man, I wish there was an operator. Yeah, Brian Rock, Amtrak should be fine. Railroad Talk, Mr. Joey Cobb, I highly recommend checking out his channel. He's really good. If you have questions, you can reach out to him as well. He worked in the railroad for, I don't want to say I don't want to be mean, but it's a relatively short amount of time. But he was in there long enough to understand how things operate and how things work. He's got some background info on how the railroads operate on the Norfolk Southern side of things down south. But he's a great channel because he was a certified conductor. Well, technically still is, but he is really good about, he's really good about that stuff. We'll see. Exactly. Greg T. Yep. Should find out this week. Still conditional. Like I said, still conditional. Oh, when a computer was an actual job. The computer was the size of a house with knobs and stuff. But no, it's all good. Science fiction. Yeah, what about these LEDs and stuff? When I was a kid, LEDs came out and they were huge, and you needed so much so much circuitry to get an LED to work. It's nuts. Nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, just put a resistor on. It's like, what? You just need a resistor circuit. And red, yes, red. Well, you know what's funny? Oh God, my dad had a box of LEDs he got from work because his job, they would throw stuff away all the time, electronics. And my dad would basically salvage the stuff from test kits because they had expiration dates and all that. And he had red and green LEDs. It was a big deal to have a green LED at the time. It's really, really cool. Excuse me, I'm just dying. Brian Rock? No. Sorry, I just choked on water. But no, now I'm going to say less government in the railroads, other than making, excuse me. Yeah, I would say less. I would say no to the government taking over of anything. I mean, Amtrak had, excuse me. I know Amtrak had its government ran pretty much, but I would say for the freight railroads, no. They regulate so much already. Yeah, good point. Excuse me. When I was a kid, I made a light melting a milk bottle, wrapper, wires, the line all transform in oh God. That's awesome. Yeah, you could short out the wires, use it as a hot knife, which I've done before. My ZW downstairs is not very forgiving. It's known to fry wires if things short out. So I actually repaired. That's another video I could put up too. I repaired my. It's not a ZW. It's the other one. Shoot, why can't I think of it? It's the CW, the CW80. I repaired that with a circuit breaker. So that video, I have it somewhere. I got to put that up. It was really easy to fix. When IBM was king. So John, I know this is crazy. So the Sears, when I grew up, we had a Sears near us, and all their machines were IBMs. When I was a youngster, they had the same IBMs in the store when I was youngster. And then when I got older, we bought a dishwasher. Yep. It was still an IBM computer for their the POS system, point of sale system were still IBM computers. They were from 1987. They're all gray plastic receipt printing computers. And the guy was like, yeah, these are great. They're from 1987. They're built solid. I do remember not so much as the Sears catalog. I'm a little too young to remember those days, but I do remember getting the toy catalogs from Toys R Us. Same deal, you know. You'd circle the stuff you wanted for Christmas, and then you go up to your parents and like, you know, I want this, and they're like, no. You know, you don't need that, you know, battle tank with G.I. Joe. I'm like, I want it so bad. No. Upgraded the ZW with a modern circuit breaker and diodes to replace the whistle. Very cool. So John Longs, when you wire up a circuit breaker, which side goes to the load and which side goes to the other side? I know there's a load side. Do you know which side you would wire up coming from the main brick transformer? If I had the brain or the main transformer, and then a wire circuit breaker, and then to my circuit card and potentiometers. Because I want to make sure I didn't wire up my circuit breaker in reverse. Sears was my Xmas list. Oh, man. Should Big Conrail come back? No, no. Well, Conrail has shared assets, and that was the joke percentage that they got during that split deal. It was like, oh God, I think it was like a 60-40 split almost. And then Conrail got like 2-3% or 8%. It was like a hidden 8% just to make it seem like it wasn't like a total liquidation of the company. Sears and Pennies. Oh, JCP. Anything is government run is inefficient and profitable. Let's just say I'm unprofitable as well. No, Amtrak's great. I mean, I don't think they're making a lot of money. The Keystone Service, I know it transports a lot of people, but I don't think they're making money from it. You watch my video, however, I am embarrassed to say I do not know. Just tested it with a short circuit and it worked. Oh no. Tearing down Sears in town makes me sad. Oh. Well, you can still get those beautiful Craftsman tools at your Lowe's, I believe. Yes. Now I will warn you guys. The tools I've bought that are my Craftsman tools, I use mostly Craftsman. They're all made in Korea, so they're not China. Like Chinese made tools a lot of them are not the best. But I will admit some of my Craftsman tools are a little goofy. They're not like the old school ones, but my dad has original American-made Craftsman tools that he's used his entire life. Not the same Craftsman. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh God, send it to the outhouse. Jeez. Amtrak's operate at a loss. Yeah. We know passenger rail has always been a loss. You know, it's funny, like Sears sold off the Craftsman name. Yeah, it's not the same, but it's the same look and everything. It's the brand, you know. My dad's got 1950s Craftsman tools that are like, he's got the original table saw, the metal lathe, the drill press, the all metal drills and stuff. He rebuilds them. Hey, Lewis, how's it going? Oh, no worries. Hey, John Long, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great night. Stanley Porter Cable. I'm not sure if they own them or not. I'm not really impressed with a lot of Stanley stuff or even Porter Cable. Ugh. I had a friend that bought like this whole drill set. It was like, comes with 6 pieces. It was like 2 different drills. You got the 90-degree drill, you got your normal piston drill or variable speed. It came with that weird Sawzall attachment thing that you can cut a circulating saw, reciprocating saw, I'm sorry, a circular saw, and then a flashlight with like a laser on it. And then all the batteries were garbage. They're like 22-volt Porter Cable set. Oh, and also a battery rotary sander. It was like, man, you know, where's that's not up here. I actually built this whole layout using my old school Craftsman batteries, the 18.5 volt batteries. I only recharged them like twice. And then I actually did all the bench work with, I have a Works drill, WORX. That's the name of the company. I built this whole platform and did the track, screwing down all the track and all of that, drilling all the holes for the lights and everything on 3 charges. So I'm very impressed with that. Job, so it's crazy. I went to, okay, so the PRR, or Pennsylvania Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, sorry, because there's other railroads in there. It's a name. It's not the PRR Museum. They were talking about, this is a long time ago, they were talking about how railroads hated passenger service because, first off, liability, you're transporting humans. It's already enough of a loss If this sounds horrible, it's a loss if a livestock train or a food train would get derailed. I mean, it would destroy communities for food and all that. But already you're transporting people. So first, you need to get the people there in one piece, point A to A, and then, or point A to B, or B to A, whatever you want. So you basically need to get people there safely. Then on top of that, you need to feed them. So that's a loss right there. You need to, if it's an overnight train, you have to house them, make sure they're comfortable. Then on top of that, you have to hire staff to take care of the humans in the cars. And then you need people to cook food, serve food. You need baggage handlers. And then on top of that, outside of all the food and all the amenities that you're using up, you're also using up steam that the engine could be using. You're using up fuel, water. Then after that, you're also, like, for instance, you want to go to a tablecloth dining car. Well, okay, those tablecloths need to be cleaned, so you send them to the cleaners. The uniforms of the staff need to go to the cleaners. The other thing, too, it's crazy. All your silverware, all your plates, because they didn't use disposable stuff back then. They used, like, flatware and china. All that had to be cleaned. Any unused food is a loss. Any destroyed food's a loss. It's so crazy. Like, if you think about it, it's like, oh my God, like all this stuff that goes into just one passenger car. Yeah, it's nuts. Hey, John, thank you so much. The yellow steamer. Oh, the yellow belly. Yeah, we'll get a review on that soon. Probably around Christmas time, we'll do a review on that. It's a lot of fun. She's actually up on the shelf. Here, I'll turn you guys around. Where is she? Oh, you can't see it. The ice house is blocking her. There it is. Right in center stage right there. But yeah, so they were talking about how the railroads hated passenger service. It was really just other than transportation, it's kind of like a look at us type of stunt. But the railroads would advertise, you're using our goods, you're on our rails type of thing. There's also like the comfort aspect. A lot of jobs on the train, passengers. I know Amtrak, I think someone told me that there's at least, 2 conductors on each train. You have an assistant usually, and then the main conductor and all that stuff. Got a train show tomorrow. Which train show? Entire industry for commuting service. Yeah. Well, it's also between, it's pretty crazy. Are those JT's Mega Steam bottles? Yeah. Yes. Especially this one. There you go. I was going to say, Nikki would text me on the phone, like, dinner's ready. So we're just keeping it rolling here. But yeah, guys, it's pretty crazy. Here we go. But it's so crazy how much goes into just running passenger, especially back then, the good old days of steam and electric. Yeah, I'm excited for dinner. It's going to be awesome. There's actually a video I encourage you guys to look up in Ohio. Very sweet. Cool. Well, good luck. Hopefully find some cool stuff. If you have a channel, post it. Let people see what you got. It's always a lot of fun. But I was going to say there's a video with the GG1s. I know some of you guys may not be PRR fans, but I'm a huge PRR fan. I think they're pretty awesome. They're local to me. That's pretty much why. But there's one video they have on YouTube. It's the GG1. It's pretty amazing. They run it through like a car wash. They've got these giant brushes that actually go on each side of the train. They go around like a car. They actually have they call it like a pig or a slug, and they just pull this thing, and it just pulls the train through without electric through the car wash, and they steam it, and they use like soap solvent and all this crap, and they're like scraping it on there to wash her down. They go through all the how this train is getting ready to depart on the Broadway Limited. It's just amazing. Estate sale. Very cool. Yeah, I've never been to an estate sale with trains, but I'm sure it's intense, especially if it's like an auction. You know, pretty crazy. But actually, one of my friends went to a train estate sale and he got a bunch of standard gauge stuff to like hold on to. I'm like, that's awesome. $20 for a Dreyfus. Is that the old Dreyfus? Like the pre-war? Had some beautiful engines. Yeah, like this like this K4S right there. Like that. Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of all railroads. I mean, I'm not like the biggest New York Central fan, but it's whatever. They're all gone. I mean, what is there to fight about? They're all gone. Like, got it home as DCC would sound. Oh, sweet. Atypical locos. Yeah, you know what? Because that I like the Bell Pair Firebox. I mean, can't get past that. Hey, Edward Berg, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. Port Clinton today. What's up, Train Addict? First time I saw the T1, and this is full of passengers. Don't know how many tablecloths. Not many. I don't think that train has any tablecloths, especially in the dome car. There's two dome cars. You got the red one, which is an ex-Milwaukee Road. Hiawatha. It was part of the Hiawathan. The other car, the gray, the brown, it's like a brown, yellow, and orange car. That is an ex-Santa Fe car. So they're both Budliner Corporation cars, Bud Company cars. Beautiful cars. The Santa Fe one actually has tables, like booth seating upstairs. It's really cool. It's a little bit darker, but it's just a really nice car. Man, look at all these awesome people stopping in here. Let's see. Your call is pretty cool. Thank you so much. That was one heck of a day. Grandpa and Dad work for the NYC. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know. Like guys will get into like, oh, this railroad and that railroad. It's like, what's it matter? They're all gone. That's how I'm at now. Like when I first started the hobby, I was like, oh yeah, PRR is the best and all this. I'm like, it's really subjective to where you're from, your history, your family history. Excuse me. And I'm not like the biggest like fan of some railroads, but it's because I can't relate to them. Like I can't relate to Southern Pacific. I can't relate to the Santa Fe or the Union Pacific or Northern Pacific. They're just not around me. Or Canadian railroads. Like I appreciate the Canadian railroads, but they're not local to me. So I just, it doesn't mean I'm not going to buy any of their stuff, but it's just local history. Like I grew up around a lot of railroads. So I'll just make it easy. I grew up around B&O trackage, B&O trackage, PRR trackage, Amtrak, Western Maryland, Maryland and Pennsylvania. Oh, shoot. Genesee, Wyoming railroads, and a couple others. Like I would see like Chessie stuff, CNO, all that stuff too. Anything west of the Mississippi. You mean I'm east? Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sorry. It just went over my head. Yeah, anything west of the Mississippi, it's kind of like I don't know anything about it, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just pretty cool. Oh, yeah, the crossing. What's up, Travel? How's it going? CRR and oh yeah, not really near me, but I do enjoy their stuff. I think their stations are beautiful. I love their stations. Very sad what happened to Milwaukee Road. I'll have to look into that. See Canadian, UP, and BNSF. Yeah, when I went out west to Seattle, first time seeing BNSF, I was like, man, that's awesome. I loved it. Yeah, crossing behind me has been blocked. Train master's doing it. Here, let me back her up. I know Nikki's going to call me down any minute for dinner, but I'll back up the train master. Or pull it forward here. Too many models. Hated Santa Fe. You know, I don't like hate them. I would say 90% of Lionel collectors. Yes, it's got TMCC. It's got Odyssey speed. So I'm actually using the remote the correct way. But you know, it's funny. You know, with got about 5 minutes. There you go. That's the lady downstairs. 10 minutes till it's so we got 10 minutes. There we go. So yeah, you know what? I would say this. The 10 p.m. Oh God, you guys are like right on the dot. So I would say the Santa Fe. It's pretty cool. I do enjoy the paint scheme. The War Bonnet is like the famous paint scheme of Santa Fe. I think every Lionel or O scale or O gauge collector. Well, actually, I would say this. I've gotten a limb here. Anyone running trains has at least or has had at least one War Bonnet. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be an F unit, an E unit, or mine's an FT. So I didn't even know what the heck an FT was. I did the review. I was like, what's an FT? It's an EMD model. So, yeah, the black War Bonnet's cool. The blue one's awesome as well. The red, I see it everywhere, you know. First train was Santa Fe. There you go. Like right there. My first Lionel Santa Fe and my only Lionel Santa Fe is an FT with rail sounds. Just started to collect Lionel HO. Very cool. 2 blue bonnets. Oh, speaking of the blue bonnet, you know who just came out with one and it's sold out? Menards. Menards guys just came out with a Santa Fe. I'm just going to go on a limb here, call it a Rail Chief, you know, setup. Or, yeah, pretty much a Lion Chief. It's a Lion Chief remote style. And it has 2 A units. So you got a powered unit and then a dummy. They sold out within an hour. So I had it in the cart, and I'm like, man, I got to pay bills this month. And then I lost it. The blue bonnet, yeah. The black bonnets are cool. I've seen those. A friend of mine had those. I think they were Lionel. Hey, Lois, have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping in. But yeah, the blue bonnets are cool. I have, my dad has them. They're Lionel Alco blue bonnets from like 1963. They're like really late post-war, like when stuff really went downhill, like fast, like, you know, all gas, no brakes downhill into the ground right before MPC. They can't pull anything. They could pull like a paper clip, you know. 300 of the last round. That's what I heard. Like, yeah, I reached out to one of my buddies. I was like, "Did you get one?" And he's like, "No, they sold out." I was like, "God, they were only $200, and then with the shipping and the tax, it was like $230." Patch Train have custom black bonnets. Oh man, yeah, I think I'm kind of done with getting Santa Fe stuff. I've got like, where the heck is it? It's in here somewhere in this whole mess of cars. I've got the delivery car, or the hobo box car, the thing you pull down. The guy like comes out like waving like this. It's a Super Chief car, really cool. I got it to run with my FT set. The FT set I got from Lionel. It's kind of frustrating because it has the engine, 2 coaches, and the observation. That's it. You get 3 cars. Lionel made a baggage car for that set, but the cars are like super. I'll grab them, but they're my tote on the floor. The cars are like tiny, and the car is $89 usually. between 80 and 120 bucks. Excuse me. Hey, Peyton Rail fan, how's it going? I run HO, but I have O and N as well. I've got N scale like crazy too. I just don't have a layout for it yet. It's in the plans. The Hobo box cars. Yeah, I have. I have. I think I just have one. Here, I gotta find it now. It can't be that far away. Here, let me go look for it. All right. It's like it can't be that far. I mean, it's in the same room as me right now. Oops. Well, I found another super cheap car. One of those. Huh. Oh, I think I see it. All right, so I have this super cheap car. This one's just a really, really thin NPC era boxcar, plastic trucks. About some Southern Pacific bloody nose diesels. I don't have any of those. Man, what's up, John Doe? How's it going? Sweet. Just reading through some comments. The York show was at the York Fairgrounds. I definitely recommend checking it out. FEC Diner car was 279-inch aluminum. Wow. I don't have any aluminum cars, but there was a K-Line set my buddy had. They're all aluminum cars, and someone painted them. Oh, the York, Pennsylvania. There you go. Good old Pennsylvania. One of my favorite places on earth. Shoot, I gotta find that car for you guys. I think I saw it. Nope, I can't find it. Unless that's it. Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Finally. Whew. Sorry, guys. This one is actually a really nice car. NPC era. Nothing too crazy here. Would you ever have a 449O daylight? Yeah, of course. Oh yeah. It's red. Yeah, so let's see. No. What are you, shy? Come on. Oh. I have to charge it back. So, what are you doing? There it goes. It's a little touchy. I mean, it's like some of these NPC cars, I swear. No, it's in York, Pennsylvania. So it's like southern, central southern, like way southern Pennsylvania, almost in Maryland. Post-war's orange. Yeah, Maryland line. There you go. But yeah, this one's finicky. Just have to barely put it back. This is typical NPC right here. There it goes. You have to carefully slide it back, so you have to be like really gentle. Okay, there you go. And then whenever it feels like it. I don't know. A lot of you guys like this NPC stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it because I think, I don't know. I don't know. I hate to sound so mean, I I don't know. Got two original ones from 1954. Very cool. The Hobo's on Strike. Yeah, right. But no, I'm not a huge fan of the NPC stuff, especially the diesels. Just I don't know. They always sound like they're broken. Like you could. I've taken apart so many NPC diesels. I've got them working great with the reverse units and everything. But there's just you get that growl of the E unit and all that. It's kind of a turnoff because some people think, oh, it's why is it so loud? Is it broken or do you take care of your trains? It's like, yes, I do. I've done everything I can to this car. It just will growl at you all night long. Um, yeah, so I prefer Protosound 1 engines to like NPC engines. I think you get a better value for around the same price nowadays. Like Protosound 1, you get some really nice Protosound scale stuff. And for the price of an NPC, like the SD9s, they came out with a lot of those, the GP9s. I think I only have like 2 or 3 NPC diesels left. I've got my Virginian SD. I think they're SD. Oh God, I think they're SD40s or SD35s or something like that. They're Virginians. They're beautiful. That's the only reason why I kept them. I like the colors on them. You don't really see a lot of Virginian stuff. Virginia was actually bought by the N&W. So I also have my SD9 Canadian Pacific, part of the Maple Leaf. I have a U36 Chessie that's part of that set. And then I also have, I think that's it, actually. I sold all my other stuff. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, no. Moan's old blue box. DTNI switcher growls like an angry cat. Giraffe car. I have that car too. Hold up. Where is it? Whoa. Oh. Okay, this is a fun car. This is a great car. I had to do a lot of work to it to fix it. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a giraffe. Yep. And he just does that the whole time. You just spin the wheel. So this is like a fun car. It's like called Animal Transportation Service. I can't speak. I mean, it's from 1995. It's a cool car, but I don't know. I feel like these cars are like impossible to find. GP7 body on a Rail King RS3 looks great. Got the DTI switcher. My favorite switcher I've ever bought. I'll tell you guys this. If you ever see one, I recommend picking one up. It's my 624 C&O post-war. That is like the best. She runs like a cloud. We'll run it. You know what, guys? We'll run it on Monday night. We'll do post-war night. How about that? You guys want that? We'll do a post-war running night. At least the engines will be post-war. I don't have a lot of post-war cars. Would anyone be object to that? Do post-war. Because I've got some really cool post-war engines we could run. Nothing too crazy. I got like a 624. I've got lots of steam engines. Got the turbine. Yeah, the best switchers. And they have the electro couplers too that throw like instantly. They're almost as good as like the legacy ones. I mean, seriously, they throw like instantly. As soon as you click the button on the activator, you just go, eh. Awesome. We'll run the 624. We'll run the 681 turbine. We'll run maybe a 2025, 2026. There you go. Hey, Brian Rock, have a great night. Thank you so much. But yeah, we'll run a bunch of cool stuff. And then we'll switch out, I don't have any other post-war. I'm looking at my collection. I've got my Boston and Maine switcher as well. Or no, not switcher. I've got the GP9 that I rebuilt. I actually deleted that review. I did a review on that Boston and Maine switcher that I have. I'm going to do another one because what happened was It was a bogus copyright claim. Someone came on my channel and started claiming copyright on that video. It wasn't even monetized, and then when I became monetized, they did a strike on that video, and it was like, whatever. There was no music on that video at all, and YouTube wouldn't claim it back, so it's whatever. Post-war sounds good. We'll do that, and then we'll run the Erie Alco 2037s, I believe. We'll have fun. We'll run some post-war. But guys, I'm going to call it. Dinner is ready. I do not have a switcher with the bell. I do not have a bell ringer. So I think Nikki would kill me if I had a bell ringer. Especially those old little 04 or 060s from the pre-war era or early post-war. Oh, man. Josh will be proud of you. There you go. And then we'll do around Christmas time. I will tell you this real quick, guys. Christmas time, I would like to do a pre-war run session video. I've got a lot of pre-war stuff I'd love to show you guys. We'll do an actual just run session to sit out the camera, maybe do some Christmas music with it. Of course, like, what do you call it? Like, just basic Christmas music there around the Christmas tree. Do a pre-war session. It'll be a lot of fun. But guys, I'm going to run. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in. You guys have been a lot of fun. Keep you guys updated with everything else going on in the world. And this is such a weird night because it's not a Monday run day, but in 48 hours it will be. So everyone have a great night. Be safe. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy this beautiful weather before it turns to ice. And thank you all so much. We'll see you later. Check out part 1 of the stream, the running portion of this stream. See you, everyone. Happy railroading. Stay safe. I'll see you next time. See you guys.